To play the violin, it is necessary to possess certain habits, skills, knowledge, and talents to be in the mood to play, and as the old joke goes, to have a violin. But violin playing is neither the habits, skills, knowledge, and so on, nor the mood, nor the notion believers in material culture apparently embrace the violin. To make a trade pact in Morocco, you have to do certain things in certain ways, among others, cut while changing Quranic Arabic the throat of a lamb before, as assembled under former adult male members of your tribe, and to be possessed of certain psychological characteristics, among others, a desire for distant things, But a trade pact is neither the throat cutting nor the desire, though it is real enough, as 7 kinsmen of our Marmusha Sheikh discovered when, on an earlier occasion, they were executed by him following the theft of one mangi, essentially valueless sheepskin from Cohen. Culture is public because meaning is. You can't wink or burlesque one without knowing what counts as winking or how physically to contract your elites, and you can conduct a sheep raid or mimic one without knowing what it is to steal a sheep and how practically to go about it. But to draw from such truth the conclusion that knowing how to wink is winking, and knowing how to steal a sheep is sheep raiding, is to betray a deep and confusing as taking things descriptions for thick. To identify winking with aliens contradictions or sheep raiding with chasing woolly animals out of pastures. The cognitivist's fallacy that culture consists, to quote another spokesman for the movement, Stephen Tyler, of mental phenomena which should be analyzed by formal methods similar to those of mathematics and logic, is a destructive of an effective use of the concept, as are the behaviorist and idealist fallacies to which it is a misdrawn correction. Perhaps as its errors are more sophisticated and its distortions subtler, it is even more so. The generalized attack of privacy theories of meaning is, since early Husserl and late Wittgenstein, so much a part of modern thought that I need not be developed once more here. What is necessary is to see to it that the news of it reaches anthropology, and in particular that it is made clear that to say that culture consists of socially established structures of meaning is, in terms of which people do such things as signal conspiracies and join them, or perceiving souls as answers them, is no more to say that it is a psychological phenomenon, a characteristic of someone's mind, personality, cognitive structures, or whatever, than to say that tantrism, genetics, than the progressive form of the verb, the classification of wines, the common law, or the notion of a conditional course as Westermark defined the concept of art in terms of which Cohen pressed his claim to damages is what in a place like Morocco most prevents those of us who grew up winking other wink or attending other sheep from grasping that people are that up to is not ignorance that to know cognition works, though especially as one assumes it works the same. It works the same among them as it does among us. It will greatly it will it would greatly help to have less of that too, as a lack of familiarity with the imaginative universe within which the acts are signs. As Wittgenstein has been invoked, he may as well be quoted. We say of some people that they are transparent to us. It is, however, important as regards this observation that one human being can be complete enigma to another. We learn this when we come into a strange country with entirely strange traditions. And what is more, even given a mastery of the country's language, we do not understand the people. And not because of not knowing what and not because of not knowing what they are saying to themselves, we cannot find our feet with them. 4. Finding out feet and unnerving business which never more than distantly succeeds. If what ethnographic research consists of as a personal experience, trying to formulate the basis on which one imagines always excessively, one has found, then is what anthropological writer consists of a scientific endeavor. We are not, or at least I am not seeking either to become natives and compromise his word in any case, or to mimic them. Only romantics or spies will seem to find point in that. We are seeking in the widened sense of the term, in which it encompasses very much more than talk. To converse with them with a matter a great deal more difficult, and not only with strangers than in commonly recognized. If speaking for someone else seems to be a mysterious process, Stanley Cavell has remarked that maybe because speaking to someone does not seem mysterious enough. Looked at in this way, the aim of anthropology is the enlargement of the universe of human discourse. That is not, of course, its only aim. Instruction, amusement, practical counsel, moral advance, and the discovery of natural order in human behavior are others. Nor in anthropology the only discipline which pursues it, but it is an aim to which a semiotic concept of culture is particularly well adapted. As interworked systems of construable things, what ignoring provincial usage I will call symbols, culture is not a power, something to which social events, behaviors, institutions, or processes can be usually attributed. It is a context, something within which they can be intelligibly, that is strictly described. The famous anthropological absorption with the to us exotic Berber horsemen, Jewish paddlers, French legionaries, is thus essentially a device for displacing the dulling sense of familiarity with which the mysteriousness of our own ability to relate perspectively to one another is concealed from us. Looking at the ordinary in place where it takes unaccustomed forms, bring out, not as has so often been claimed, the arbitrariness of human behavior. There is nothing especially arbitrary about taking sheep theft from insolence in Morocco, but the degree to which its meanings varies according to the pattern of life by which it is informed. Understanding a people's culture exposes their normalness without reducing their particularly. The more I manage to follow what the Moroccans are up to, the more logical and the more singular they seem. Ah, Tommy! 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 Ah, Tommy! Ah. It renders them accessible, setting them in the frame of their own banalities. It dissolves their opacity. It is these maneuvers, usually too cautiously referred to as seeing things from the actor's point of view, too bookishly as the Verstehen approach, or too technically as emic analysis, that so often leads to notion that anthropology is a variety of either long-distance mind reading or cannibalism fantasizing, and which for someone anxious to navigate past the wrecks of a dozen sunken philosophies must therefore be executed with a great deal of care. Nothing is more necessary to comprehending what anthropological interpretation is, and the degree to which it is interpretation, than an exact understanding of what it means and what it does not mean. To say that our formulation of other people's symbol systems must be actor orientated. What it means is that description of Berber, Jewish, or French culture must be cast in terms of the constructions we imagine Berbers, Jews, or Frenchmen to place upon what they live through, the formulae they use to define what happens to them. What it does not mean is that such descriptions are themselves Berber, Jewish, or French, that is, part of the reality they are ostensibly describing. They are anthropological, that is, part of a developing system of scientific analysis. They must be cast in terms of the interpretations to which persons of a particular denomination subject their experience. Mira. Nilu. Nilu, mira. Nilu. Nilu.